start off showing you my shirt. Sorry about you Canadians, or Canadians. I'm sorry, but 4 of the 5 Great Lakes. And I never understand how Lake Ontario is considered part of us when it's really by Toronto. I know it hits New York and that, but it's not really part of Michigan. Anyway, today is Saturday, April 6th. Yep, 6th. And I went to my meeting, and as expected, because I had a bad weekend last weekend, if you don't watch my daily vlogs, the half pound last week really threw me. It just completely threw me, and I went crazy and didn't track, ate whatever I wanted, went back to my old lifestyle. And on Monday morning, I thought, I gotta get this, I gotta rein this in, and I weighed myself on my own scale, and I gained 5 pounds. I thought, oh, I can't do that. I can't do that. So I started on Monday tracking, and then I was going back and forth between Freestyle and Smart Points and Points Plus and calories and eye tracks, and I was, by Wednesday, I thought, I've had it, my mind is just like was blown. I thought, I can't do this anymore. So I've gone back to Freestyle. I'm gonna do Freestyle. I got out my measuring cups and my measuring spoons. I'm gonna go back to measuring. I'm gonna remember that if I wanna lose weight, I have to do this 7 days a week, not just the 5 days a week that I've been doing it lately, and just get back on track. Because even though I do have a gain today, like I said, on Monday I had gained 5 pounds. Today when I weighed in, I have gained 1.2. I know I always say I'm not gonna let it throw me, and I'm not gonna let it throw me, because I'm gonna accept that as a 4-pound loss, because I was over 5 pounds. And this is bad too, because I told you I've always given myself a 10-pound cushion. This puts me at 11.2. So I've really pushed the envelope, as they say. And I'm not gonna be doing that. I've reset my goals. I have now decided that I'm never gonna get over 5 pounds. I always thought 10 pounds was a good realistic goal, but now I realize that it's not. I need to go to 5 pounds. And not that I want to gain 5 pounds, but I think I need a little bit of a cushion to kind of show me that I can do it. And I am going to do it. I really am. So not gain 5 pounds. I'm not going to let myself get to that point again. But today's weekly was about building new habits, and that's what I was going to do, and that's what I am going to do. And we talked about the key to success, and the total things that you need to do for the key to success is to eat breakfast. I'm going to try. I tried this before and it didn't work, but like I said, I'm always trying. I'm always trying something. I think that I'm going to not deprive myself so much and overeat at certain meals. And I know I shouldn't say try, but for me, I have to try to get 3 meals in a day rather than just my 2 big meals, making it 3 normal size meals. So the key to success is to eat breakfast, plan your meals, drink your water, find new recipes, attend your workshop, track, move, set some goals, and try to learn something new. I agree with every point that she brought up with that, because I need to try something new. It's, I think something new for me will eat 3 meals. Not that it's completely new, but for me it's pretty new, because I don't like eating 3 meals. I don't know why. I just don't know why. But I'm going to try. So, okay, I thought we were going to hear the bonging, but it's just a half past. Every habit starts as a single conscious action. Over time, as you steadily repeat the action, it becomes automatic, which then becomes a habit. And here's how this works. You have a cue, and the cue triggers the behavior that you're going to do. And it's always really something small, like a smell. Like when I go shopping, now when I go grocery shopping, I do the opposite way, because I go by the bakery last. Because I've pretty much filled my cart up with healthy foods, and I don't get cued by the smell of the donuts, because I just love the donuts. A lot of times it's a certain time of the day. Sometimes I am hungry at 11 or 12 o'clock, but in my mind I think, oh, you can't eat till 1 because you're only going to eat 2 meals today. I should probably start eating at 11 or 12 when I'm hungry, and then having something light at 3 or 4, and then having my dinner at 7. I do like eating my dinner at 7. An emotion. My cue last week was I was emotionally eating because I really didn't think I deserved to gain a half a pound last week. And I let the number on the scale reflect how I felt, and I can't do that because it led to a 5-pound gain. I can gain weight fast. I can lose weight fast if I really put my mind to it too. The second thing that does is the behavior. And the behavior is the action itself, the habit you want to create. The habit I have right now is I wake up every morning, I lay in bed, play games on my phone, read the news feeds, check my email, check my bank accounts, little things like that. Then I get up and I drink 16 ounces of water, and then I get dressed and go take my walk. I walk 2 to 3 miles every day. And then I come home and I drink another 32 ounces of water, and or 34 ounces of water. And then just get on with my day. And that's a habit that I've formed since the weather's turned nicer. And it's a good habit, it really is. And then you have to think of what the reward is. The reward is the benefit you get from doing that behavior. A feeling of satisfaction, pleasure, or pride, which encourages you to repeat it. I do find that when I get up and take my walk in the morning, it just sets me up for the whole day. I have all the endorphins have started kicking in, and I feel so good about myself. And I always think, why do I want to go and spoil it? Because I just did my workout. Why do I want to do that? And so I do make better choices when I do focus on the good habits. Because when we focus on the habits we want to break, it's best to create new ones that can help anchor healthy eating, activity, and mindset practices in your daily life. Before, when I would get up, I would just sit and watch TV, in the winter when I couldn't get out and walk. And I just always envy people that have like a mall. We used to have a mall that was close to us that opened at 6 in the morning for walkers. And then they had little mile markers along the way, a quarter mile, half mile, like that. So you knew how far you were walking. And they had when they designed the mall, they put different kind of tile in that was different from the rest. So people know that those are where the walkers walk. It's like a track, so people just knew. And I really do miss that. I don't have a mall close to me. And to me, getting in my car to drive somewhere just to walk doesn't seem, feasible to me, I guess. When I have my neighborhood that I can walk and I can see people that I know. So this is what you need to do. You need to create a habit loop. Follow the steps that I'm going to tell you to create a habit loop for the behavior you want to make automatic. And repeat this habit loop often. The first thing you want to do is decide what behavior you want to turn into a habit. For example, you're going to say that at 6 o'clock I'm going to take a yoga class. Then you want to choose your cue. That's the second thing you want to do. Do something that's going to remind you. Is it like on my way home from work, I'm going to hit that yoga studio, I'm going to do that. Mine is when I get up in the morning, I'm going to go walk. And now I walk with Denise, and so I know I got to get out of the bed before 10 o'clock because we set up at 10 o'clock time. And the third thing is to identify your reward. What's the payoff you'll get when you complete the behavior? Maybe you'll feel stronger or more flexible, or you'll have an easier time falling asleep. Don't think that which is what I've been doing, and I'll freely admit it, well, I walked 3 miles today. I have all those extra fitness points. I can eat a little bit more than I normally would have ate. Well, yeah, I could, but not if I want to lose weight. Because if I want to lose weight, it's not going to happen. I have to be more conscious of the health benefits of the reward. It keeps me on track for the rest of the day. It makes me make healthier, smarter choices, and makes me just feel better about myself. I might not be losing weight, but my body's structure is shifting, and I do notice it in my clothes. I may not notice it on the scale, but I do notice it in my clothes. Unfortunately, since I've gained the 11 pounds, my clothes are getting a little snug, and so I don't want that to happen because I refuse to go. When I lost weight this time, never in the past, this is the first time I've ever done this, and I'm 68 years old. This is the first, and I've been on many, many, many weight loss plans. I always kept my bigger size as a cushion because I wanted to think that, like if I do gain, now I never even think if, I always thought when I gain my weight back, I won't have to go buy more clothes, I'll still have those clothes. This time when I joined Weight Watchers, as I went into the next size, I got rid of the clothes. A lot of my clothes are old, only because for the fact that I fitted them for a short, hot minute, and I kept them. So I still have clothes that I can get into. Even in my closet now, I have some shirts that don't fit me yet, but I know I'm going to get into them. But as I was getting smaller, I got rid of them. With the exception being, I kept one shirt and one pair of pants. And that's just to remind me, because my pants, the last time I bought jeans, I was in a size 20. My biggest size jeans that I have hanging in my closet are a 34. So I've come a long way, and I have to keep reminding myself. And sometimes, which I haven't done in a long time, but maybe this is what I need to get me snapped back to reality, is to put on that pair of pants and that shirt and just see what a frump I look like, because I don't want to be a frump again. So what you want to do is draw a circle, and in the middle of the circle you want to put the words habit loop. And then on the outside of it, put cue, trigger, action, and reward. So you want to know what your cue is, and you want to know what triggers you to reach the cue, what action you're going to take, and then what the reward is that you're going to give yourself. And you just always want to remember those, well, they're the four things really, is the cue, the trigger, the action, and the reward. And don't weigh yourself every day. I see so many of you on YouTube that weigh yourself every day. That's really, your weight fluctuates daily for a variety of reasons. I can weigh myself this morning, and I can go in there and weigh myself now, and I will weigh differently than I weighed just 2 hours ago. And the only thing I've had is a glass of water. It's, your body changes, and nobody can explain it. It's just the way your body is. And you want to remember, you want to make a list of what your good habits are and your bad habits. You want to figure out what's addictive to you and destructive. Where do you overindulge? Do you do extra drinking when you go out to drink? Like I said, I know I could be an alcoholic. Not that it's something I'm striving to be. I wouldn't want to be. But I don't know how to stop. So I don't start. I can have an occasional glass of wine, but I can't drink because I don't know how to stop. So wish I could just use that same mindset with my food. I can control my drinking, but for some reason I think because everybody needs food to live, but you don't need liquor to live. Although to talk to some of my friends, they might say something different. They might not agree with that. But it's a lot of you smoke, a lot of shopping. I do love to shop. I am a shopaholic, and my credit cards show that. And it's like, no, I've put all my credit cards away. I've taken them all out of my wallet. I have them in a file cabinet that I don't take them, so that when I'm out, I'm not going to impulse buy. I know from working in retail that I can just go up to the counter and say, can I have a temporary pass? I know that. But I'm not going to, that makes me more aware of the fact that, do you really need it? That you're going to go up to the counter, you're going to stand in line, and you're going to ask them for a temporary pass for the day. I'm not going to do that. Unless there's some fantastic sale going on, I'm just not going to do that. So I figured that. But we have a neurotransmitter, dopamine, in our brain that tells you how you feel. And a lot of times you get instant pleasure. Like if you eat a donut, you get instant pleasure from that donut. But that pleasure doesn't stay with you for long. It just stays with you for the time that you're eating that donut. And then afterwards you got to think, did you really, really enjoy it? Or did you just like it? I'm always going to tell you that I like the donut. But sometimes, I don't know, did I really enjoy it? Because I'm going to think, I felt a little guilty that I had that. I really did. And what you always want to do is form positive habits. They say that it takes 66 days to form a habit. They keep changing that on me, because sometimes they say it takes 2 weeks and they say 3 weeks. Now they're saying 66 days. I think that anytime you put your mind to it, you can make it a habit. And it just will come easily. You learn early on in life, brush your teeth in the morning and brush your teeth at night before you go to bed. And that just becomes a habit that you do, and you just automatically do it. At least for me, I couldn't imagine going to bed without brushing my teeth. It's just, or flossing, and I just can't imagine it. And I don't know if it's just that my teeth are so bad and I want to keep them in my head as long as I can, that I make a special effort to it. But I'm very dedicated to that, which shows me that I can be very dedicated to making smarter food choices. A lot of times when you have a positive habit, you don't really have an immediate, you don't have an immediate response to it. You're not really feeling as good as you feel like when you have a donut. That gives you an immediate response. If you walk, sometimes, Like if you exercise, you're going to have immediate response if your muscles are going to be aching if you haven't done it in a while. But after a while, you're going to feel so much better. And it's going to always help you. And if you have a healthy habit, it's always going to stimulate your brain to do positive things. If you have a positive thought, have a positive idea of what you want to do, and you follow through with it and you really pay attention to it, you will do better. You really will. And you feel so much better about yourself. Everybody has those negative feelings about your own self-being, and that's just a natural part of life. And a lot of times you just got to overcome them. But you'll have so many positive things. So take a piece of paper and write down what your positive things are about yourself. And then do a pros and cons. And the pros are the positive things in your life, and the cons are the ones that you think you could be improving on. And every day try to just chip a little away at the cons and add a little bit and move it over into the positive column. And I know it can be done. I really know it can be done. My pros are I have measuring cups, I have measuring spoons, I have scales, I have all the things I need. My con is I don't use them. So now this week I'm going to start using them. When I was going back in my journal to see how come I was doing so much better when I first started Freestyle, I was looking in my journal and I saw that I put 2 tablespoons of this, a half a cup of that, 3 grams of this, 4 ounces of that. My latest journals I was looking at, I had rice. I had sour cream. You know, I didn't completely measure it out. A lot of times with my cottage cheese, even though I measured a half a cup, it was a heaping half a cup. You're supposed to take that half a cup. We learned this in, what was it, homeroom. What was it called? Home economics. Yeah, home economics, when I took, they had little kitchens set up and we'd go in there and we'd cook. And if you took a measuring cup and you measure something in, you took a knife and you split it across the top so that it was completely even. My cottage cheese lately has been like a little muffin, if I'm going to be honest. It's been like a little bit of a muffin. And no, I'm going to have to start getting that knife out and slice it. Same with my tablespoons. And if it's like something says 28 grams and it comes up 29, I can't think that, well, if I pop the one thing in my mouth and bring it down to 28, okay, now it's 28 grams. I ate one of them. It really was 29. But, you know, in my mind, I'm going to write, I got to stop that. So I am going to form some healthy habits this week, and I'm sure you guys will too. And I am sticking with the Freestyle. I'm going to prove to myself that I can make it work. She's doing a contest for us for our meeting for next week. She gave us a little bingo card. I showed at the end of the video. If you want to try to do it yourself to see if you can give yourself a bingo. And she's going to give out prizes. I always like a good prize. A prize. So I do plan on doing better next week. I do plan on starting my journey back, getting to a weight loss program. And I'm tracking out my meals. I'm making plans. The weekends are my hardest. I've tracked out my weekend. I know what I'm going to have today for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I'm going to stick to it. I really am going to stick to it. And next Saturday, when I hold up my book, in this column right here, there's going to be a loss. I just know there's going to be a loss because I'm tired of crying about it. So give this video a like, leave a comment. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. Hopefully you came back from last week when I was such a downer because I was really a downer last week. There's so much support in this community, and I just love the fact that I get so much support and encouragement from everybody. And it really keeps me on track. It really keeps me moving. And I'm going to start moving in the right direction again because I'm determined. I'm just determined that I'm going to get into Wonderland by the end of this year. That's my goal. And I have 38 pounds to go. And I will do it. 38 pounds in 6 months, I can do it. So I already told you to give the video a like. So I'll talk to you guys on my daily vlog. Okay, first off, they're promoting the Blue Apron. So there's the information on the Blue Apron. And then the menu is for a beef and vegetable stir fry. To me, it has too many ingredients that I don't have in my pantry. So I would kind of make it to follow some of the recipe. But for the most part, I think I would kind of play it by ear, because I do have like the Worcestershire sauce, And I do have the light brown sugar, but I don't have the rice vinegar. I don't have what do you call it? The zombie sake. But it does look interesting. I will give you that. And then the weekly is to build healthy habits. And just probably what everybody knows, just common sense. Things that we all know about. But I thought I'd share it with you to see. And then what we're doing at our meeting for next week is we're doing a bingo to kind of keep us on track. So I don't know if I can get it high enough here that you can do that your own, screenshot it, make your own bingo sheet, and try to do a bingo.